What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So we're through to the quarterfinals of a European competition, namely the Europa League, and it was a fairly decent performance from the team overall. We ended up winning 3-1 on the evening, and it was a fantastic result in terms of us moving forward and mainly for morale in and around the squad. So we obviously recently faced 4 defeats on the trot up until we ended up facing AC Milan. So we are now on 3 wins on the trot. How things change over a couple of weeks. Previously, in the last few weeks or so, we were absolutely devastated in terms of the current form of the squad. But it looks like we're on the move. We're moving forward within this particular competition, and this is our only chance for qualifying within the Champions League next season. So basically tonight was an evening for certain historical marks. So we hadn't progressed into a European competition quarterfinal for up to 8 years. And the last time we did that, I think, was back in 2009. And essentially we ended up meeting Barcelona in the next stage and we ended up getting knocked out. So today was an absolutely fantastic result. As mentioned, Danny Welbeck hadn't scored in Europe for like 2 to 3 years. So again, that was absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about the team selection in regards to the players that actually featured tonight. In goal, we had David Ospina, who has been the cup competition goalkeeper really throughout the whole season. At the back, we saw Hector Bellerin return to the squad, and he was sort of on and off, hit and miss for myself. In the middle of defence, we saw Koscielny and Mustafi Monreal return to the squad as well, and I do believe he did put in a decent performance. In the middle of the park, we had a 3, and that was in the form of Jack Wilshere, Granit Xhaka and Aaron Ramsey, and I was really impressed with the type of football Jack Wilshere and Aaron Ramsey played, but we'll talk about that shortly. And then up top we had Mkhitaryan, Danny Welbeck, as well as Mesut Ozil. Again, all those players did contribute massively to the game. So let's talk about the goals really within the game itself. Initially AC Milan went 1-0 up, and at that point I was thinking, oh, here we go again, a massive banana peels on the floor. We were just about to slip up, and it was a fantastic strike. I'm not even going to bother pronouncing the AC Milan player's name, but it's a brilliant strike. About 30 yards out, he hit a massive shot, and essentially if you look at the goal just before it went in, the 3 AC Milan forward players were essentially not marked. They were sandwiched between the defenders and our midfielders. By the time the shot was hit, Xhaka, it was a bit too late for Xhaka to come across and kind of block that particular shot off, but it was a brilliant hit. It curled onto the left hand side for the keeper, and they found themselves 1-0 up. And at that point I was thinking, Jesus Christ, here we go again. And 2.5 minutes later we actually got a penalty, but it was a very soft penalty. Of course I will take it, it was our penalty, but it was a very soft penalty, and Danny Welbeck, it essentially just went down quite easily. There was barely any touch, and it was very minimal touch. And prior to that, we had seen one of AC Milan's players get booked for what was a dive, and I think that was Suso. He did go over on the edge of the box. However, the ref had actually issued a card for diving, so this was very close. We were cutting it fine. Of course, Danny Welbeck dispatched the penalty, scored the penalty, and I believe this will do wonders in terms of his confidence moving forward. He has also returned to the England squad, so has Jack Wilshere. So this will certainly do his world a massive boost, I should say, give him a massive boost moving forward, and essentially dispatched the penalty. And from that point, when we regained, or when we actually equalised, we sort of looked a bit more comfortable. AC Milan was sort of threatening throughout the whole first half, but when we scored late on into the first half, we seemed to have actually sort of regained control of the tie itself. Came out in the second half, and essentially Xhaka scored an absolute belter. I do feel extremely sorry for the young AC Milan keeper. I should have kept that ball out, but it was swerving all over the place. Xhaka took a shot from miles out, and the keeper sort of palmed it the opposite direction. It sort of bounced and it started swerving into the back of the net. By the time their back four sort of tried to react and actually try and quench the danger, it was too late. The ball was spinning into the back of the net, and we found ourselves 2-1 up in control of the tie. And of course, I can imagine AC Milan's manager Gattuso was not happy with this particular goal, but we found ourselves in the lead, and then eventually we ended up scoring the third goal late into the game, and it came after a beautiful pass from El Neni, I think, from really deep, and essentially found its way to Welbeck. Welbeck found someone else, one of the midfielders, and it was put through to Jack Wilshere, and Jack Wilshere was absolutely patient in terms of actually putting his cross in. He could have put it in on the first opportunity, but it took an additional touch, looped it over the other defender. Ramsey got a header. The keeper did well to save it initially, but Danny Welbeck found himself in space to attack in his second goal for the evening, and we found ourselves 3-1 up on the evening, and essentially we started to grow into the game. At that point, we kept attacking, we kept moving forward, so these are good signs moving forward into the competition. I wanted to be in the hat for the quarter-final. We find ourselves in the hat for the quarter-final. Who do we face? I just want to avoid Atletico Madrid at this particular point of that competition. If we do get them in the semi-finals, fair enough, but for now, I don't believe there will certainly be an option to take on in the last 8, because today, again, they did thump the team. They were playing 5-1 and they ended up winning 8-1 on aggregate, and Griezmann scored an absolute beauty, and essentially they are the team to beat within this competition. So moving forward, I don't know who's going to be in the hat, but I know Zenit St. Petersburg are in, as well as Atletico Madrid are in. Lyon are out, of course. They will be hosting the final, but they are out. So moving forward, I'll take Zenit St. Petersburg. I think Leipzig are through as well. We could potentially take them, but it's yet to be seen. The draw is tomorrow, recording this video on a Thursday, so we will wait what that brings. We'll be making a video in regards to the draw itself. So as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.